welcome to morning practice. Thank you as always for joining, and please remember to respect your limitations and practice according to your conditions and your comfort level. Please remember the practice is an offering, and imagine all the creations experiencing this through your body. So in that way, try to practice in a way that's mindful, that's conscious, and that won't bring you into a place of pain or suffering or anxiety, because that's exactly what others will feel through you to an extent. So on that note, let's begin. Close the eyes. Bring the attention within. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you becoming one with all beings everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice of our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. We'll now do the mantra for purification in order to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you don't know it, just pretend you're singing it through the voice of the Guru, and you derive all the benefits as though you're chanting it perfectly. If you do know it, do it with conviction, do it with volume so it can be heard by all the subtle bodies within and all around us. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smaritandrikaksham Zabaya Bhyatra Astri. Now let's do alternate nostril breathing, Anuloma Viloma. This is no breath retention, just a constant flow of breath in and out. And we'll do the friction technique, which allows you to focus the mind on the movement of the breath. As you inhale, imagine the breath moving down towards the root of the psychic channel, the central psychic channel. As you exhale, imagine it rising back up. So central psychic channel is coincident with the spine. So you're starting by inhaling to the base of the spine and then coming back up. So always watching the movement. Left hand in Yana Mudra, second finger they're connected. This is the mudra of consciousness on the left knee. Right hand, second, third fingers fold down towards the palm. This is Vishnu Mudra. When you turn the palm towards you, no longer Vishnu Mudra. It is a mudra used for alternate nostril breathing. The thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left. Remember to close both nostrils off completely before you breathe out. So we'll sit up nice and tall. We start from the left side, going down, and then close the left, open the right, exhale back up. Back down through the right, close both nostrils completely, and then open the left and back up. Okay, so let's try it together. Sitting up tall and straight. This helps to calm the mind. And when the mind is more calm, it is more conducive to concentration. Uninterrupted concentration is the basis for meditation. And through meditation, we try to merge with the object, become the object for our meditation. And then we try to merge with God within that, who's within all forms. So let's begin. Sitting up again, tall and straight, close, empty the lungs completely on the next exhale. Close up the right side, inhale down through the left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close the left side, open right, back up, exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down to the right, inhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close the right side, open left. Exhale, back up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down through the left. Inflate the lungs, raise the chest. Close the left, open right. Exhale, back up. Down through the right, inhale. Fill up as much as you can. Close the right, open left. Exhale, back up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep the rhythm very steady. Close left, open right, back up. Down through the right, inhale. And back up through the left, exhale. Lose yourself in the breath. Continue on your own. If you lose your concentration, be unconcerned, be unjudging. Just bring your mind back to the breath, the movement of breath. Remain like the witness, unjudging, undisturbed, unaffected. With constant practice, the mind eventually learns how to settle. And even when the mind goes off on a tangent, you recover quickly, you recover back. Come back always to the movement of the breath. We won't do this for a very long time. This is just for you to get a taste of the technique, and then you have a powerful tool to use. Pranayama is a primary aspect, one of the limbs of yoga. It is a gateway from the outward yoga to the inward yoga. So try to incorporate a little bit each day, even if you don't do too much. It's the intention and the habit that forms that allows you to become eventually regular in the practice. If you have more breath capacity, you can always slow down the count, but keep it always even. The inhales roughly match the exhale duration. Keep the fingers close to the nose. One more cycle after your current one, remembering to start and finish on the left side. Once you're done, left right hand on the right knee. Take a moment to bring your attention to the heart, the infinite space within. Keep on Feeling that space expanding so you can hold, so that you can hold all beings within. This is the residing place of God, the highest self, who resides there, who is equally present in all forms, and who in itself is without form, is infinite, immutable, and stainless. Tap into that true nature, tap into God who is within, and try to see God now in all forms as we continue with the postures. So now let's come to standing and begin. Start off some warm-ups to prepare the body for the practice. We're going to do some exercise to help remove the impurities through generation of heat. So actually for this one, we're going to stand and we're going to just imagine we're just purging all the organs of all the impurities. So as you take a deep breath in, you raise the chest, exhale, lean down, hands on the knees, empty the lung, completely hold the breath out. Now start to pump the belly button in and out, make the belly jump. Do it, continue to do it as you hold the breath out as many times as you can. Aim for about 50 times. Do it as fast as you can. Feel all the impurities being shaken out of the organs. And then pull the belly button in towards front of the spine. Keep holding breath out. Contract the buttocks. Push the heart right to your shoulder blades. Chin against the chest. And then come back up. Breathe in. Breathe out, relax. And we'll do it one more time. So at the end, when you can't do it anymore, you just pull the belly button in, up and in for as long as you can, and you just keep the breath out to the body. So you're forming like a vacuum underneath the area underneath the basket. It's like completely hollow, like a vacuum. Like you sucked everything out with a vacuum. Inhale again. Exhale down. Hold the breath out. Make the belly jump again. Continue to feel the belly button against the front of the spine. Pull everything up and in again. Hollow out the end of the navel. And then come back up slowly. Chin stays on the chest as you roll back up, and then bring your head up. Breathe in. Breathe out, relax. And now we'll continue some exercise. Make sure you do them with enthusiasm and the breathing with vigor so you get the full range of benefits. Stand to your feet about 10 inches apart and inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Continue. We want to do it with enthusiasm so as to please the Guru who's within. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull the arms down. When the Guru senses the enthusiasm of students, are more apt to share the knowledge with them. Now inhale straight out in front. Exhale, snap the arms back. Now swing the arms back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears. And try to move the joints in every which way. Keep moving the body, as Dharmaji says, or you'll end up in big trouble. Good one, keep the body young. Raise the arms up. Imagine trying to squeeze your armpits together. Exhale, to them back. Your body, think of it as the vehicle to carry out your mission, radiating love and light and energy everywhere. Two more. Now, raise your arms up, inhale. Exhale, toss the body down. Just throw the belly against the thighs. Imagine you're throwing all the negativity out of the body. And just stay down here for a moment. Allow the body to stop shaking and bouncing. And then roll your way back up. The next one, come into a squat. If you can't come down all the way because your knees, just come down as far as you can. Raise your arms up over the head. Exhale, drop down. And right back up. And then from here, imagine holding a big ball in front of you. Interlace your fingers and go from side to side. From the lower body, from the hips down, nothing moves. It's just the torso that swings. Good, and then come back to the center. Next one, 4 movements. Again, a squat here, so again, be mindful of how you move according to your knees. So just, and so it looks like this. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale, press up off the heels, exhale back down. Let's do it together. If you want, you can even jump. If you can't jump, you can just lift your heels. Next one, arms in front of the body, wrist height to the shoulders. We're going to circle the arms all the way to the backwards to front again. Exhale, pull and then punch right back out. Feel as though the arms were spring-loaded. Good, and now the arms come down. The same movement, but you're going a circle and a quarter this time. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in and drop the arms down. And then release. Next one, take your feet a little bit further apart, your toes pointing out beyond the edges of the mat. We're going to go side to side. Inhale, left arm up. Bend to the right, right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, bend to the left. Continue. And then release. Next one, it's the same movement, the breathing's a little bit different. Left arm up, inhale, bend to the right, hold the breath. Sink into the bend. And coming back up on the exhale, inhale, come up, bend to the left. Try not to shorten the underside of the body, try not to create wrinkles in the waist. And then coming back up on the exhale, continue. Elongate the whole left side of the body as you bend. Form a C shape with the letter C, with your body. Go to the other side. Imagine weights dangling off all the fingertips to allow you to sink deeper into the bend. Try not to hunch forward. Go to the other side. Remember, try to feel good in your practice. This is what you'll transmit. Be graceful and fluid in your movements. Imagine you're like grass blowing in the wind. Each repetition, you might be able to go a little bit deeper. Constant practice, the body becomes very efficient and it picks up tricks that help you to practice with efficiency so you can get into the postures easily and find more time to meditate in the poses. That's ultimately where we want to be. Still the mind, still the body. Reach way over the head, from the foot to the hand, above you. Allow the other hand to sink down the leg. One more on each side. Inhale, hold the breath and reach. You can only go as far as your imagination, so keep on trying to cultivate a boundless one. And then return. Let's come onto the hands and knees now. Cat-cow. Oh, I suspect most of you know this one. Just do it again with energetically so that you can really build a little bit of heat. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, sink the heart. Exhale, press it right up between the shoulder blades. Inhale, you push the belly button towards the ground. Exhale, push it out to the lower back. Inhale. Telescope the head and neck forward. Make sure you don't try not to create folds in the lower back or the back of the neck. Inhale. Open up the throat. We exhale. Try to keep a little space between your throat and your chest and your chin so you don't close off the air. Pass it completely. Inhale. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, stretch the body skin. Stretch the back skin. Inhale. Excuse me. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Next one's for the hip. Raise right leg up on the inhale and then swing it out to the right. Try to get your foot all the way up over the head. And the foot, kick it so it comes in front of the shoulder maybe. Again, according to your condition. Roll the leg up there, if you can. And on the other side, but again, be mindful of your mobility. Might not be appropriate for all to move the leg so quickly. Make it so the leg, like a pendulum, swinging. And then release. Come to child's pose for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Learn to turn the effort off immediately so you don't take it into the next pose. Now, I would have a blanket underneath the body so it helps the hips, so it doesn't, not as uncomfortable. And then you lie on the belly, anchor down through the hips and the tops of the feet, join your hands behind the back. If you can, if it's too much, just keep your hands apart. We're going to engage the buttocks and upper back as we lift the chest. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back down. Up and down. Up and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stop if you need to. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Up. Down. Up. Down. One more. Up. And down. Relax. Drop your arms beside the body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. We hit the train the body to be strong, and so that if the body's not used to moving in 20 years, if you're not making any progress, you lose your enthusiasm. So keep trying, and then when you see the progress, you feel motivated to continue. Next one. So we're going to either lift the left leg up and right leg up, and you can alternate like this. If you can, you lift both arms and legs at the same time. If you're even stronger, you can raise the legs up, and when the legs come down, the action of the hips and the chest pressing into the ground will lift the body up. So it looks like this. Continue your choice. And then break the pulse. Movements may not be possible at first, but use your imagination. Eventually, perhaps it will realize. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Remain unattached to results. Do the practice because it must be done. Just think of it as an offering. Do your best. Now bring your seat all the way back behind the heels. Starting child's pose. Inhale, come up. Round it back into high cat. Exhale, drop your hips in your hands, chest forward, head back. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, the seat all the way back. Continue, inhale, rounding your back. Exhale, arching, flexing the spine. Back into rounding. Exhale, flattening and lengthening. Inhale, rolling up. Then uncoiling gracefully. Coiling back inwards, and then coming all the way back, retreating. Moving away, that is graceful. It doesn't create any kinks along the spine, either the lower back or the back of the neck. And all the way back. Think of a hose. If you fold the hose sharply, it will cut off the water flow. So we try not to, in the same way, we try not to cut off the prana flow going through the body. All the way back. Inhale. Exhale, push your chest forward away from the seat. Take your shoulders, make sure the shoulder stays down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. They're going to come up when you're coming up into the high cat, coming up first, but then roll the shoulders back and telescope the neck out of the shoulders. Inhale, back up. Exhale, all the way back. Powerful movements, but done with the utmost grace. And inhale. And all the way back. See yourself in the practice, doing it the way that you wish for it to realize, and then this may translate in your movements. The grace and the power will come through all the way back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, become the form. Merge with the forms that you're representing all the way back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. All the way back. Exhale. And up. And forward. Back up. Inhale. And all the way back. Seat on the heels. Rest here. Breathe in. Exhale. Relax. Melt. The next one, we're going to glide into Cobra. If you can't glide, this might be an easier entry. You can just come up into baby plank and then drop your hips to your hands, push your shoulders back, lift the head and hold the pose. Make sure you don't lose your neck. Keep your shoulders down, pressing into the ground, and extend the neck out of the shoulders. And now back on the exhale. Now if you're gliding, just creep forward. Keep your elbows close to the body. Turn your fingers out a little bit. Come into Cobra, hold the breath again. Make sure this is not happening. Keep your shoulders down and chest open. And then back on the exhale. Glide forward or make your entry into Cobra as you see fit. Turn the fingers out, pull the elbows, allows you to pull the elbows into the sides of the body. And back. So your elbows are out a little bit, you lose a little bit of strength. But you do, again, according to your condition. Sometimes this is the only way you can get through. So be unconcerned, just do your best. Wherever you are is perfect. And back. Move according to your condition. Glide forward. That will bring about the ease. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Everything stops, all the mind fluctuations, the body movements, and emotions completely frozen. Seemingly. And back, exhale. Come forward again. Brush your nose to the ground. Uncoil. Put yourself in a body of a serpent. Imagine having a balanced range of motion. And back, exhale. Tap into all the divine virtues. Be regal and wise like the serpent. Come up, hold the breath, hold the pose. See yourself in the form. And back, exhale. This time, if you like, you can try King Cobra. Even if you can't go into the full pose, you can always try. Press into your fingertips, lift the palms, bring the feet up towards the head. Imagine holding socks behind your knees. And back, exhale. Good, you want to come forward, pull the elbows inside the body, bring your hips as close as possible to the hands as close to the body, and then lift your head up as high as you can. I bet you maybe the feet will find the head, come forward. Hold the breath, hold the pose. If it's too much, just continue with the cobras. And back, exhale. Inhale. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Try to lift the palms a little bit, get more height. The more height you have in the upper body, the closer the feet will come. The head and back, exhale. And make this one the best one yet. Lift all the way up. Try to get most body from the head, tops of the legs up off the ground. And back. And from here, relax, breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Now come to standing on your knees. Anchor down to the shins. This is for the core and strengthen the thighs. So this helps when you're trying to drop back into inverting but also coming back up. Depending on your strength, you can have your hands on your thighs or your seat. Press into your seat and push back up. Or across the chest. These are the easier versions if you're stronger. Arms, you can cactus your arms or bring arms up over the head. And reach up, inhale, hold the breath, go back. Come back up, exhale, and then you can continue to try to get lower and lower. You have to engage the thighs, roll the thighs towards another, and press the shins down. So that you might be able to come all the way down practically. Keep your body long. Imagine you're like a board, and the hinge is at your knees, and you're folding the body down. Or the board down. Stay rigid. Really press down to the shins. If you have your arms up over the head, squeeze your arms by the ears. Breath retention helps you control the movements and keeps the muscles engaged. And even if you can only do a few, it's okay. It's a start. With bit by bit, you can increase the number of repetitions. Let's do 2 more. If you have it in you, go down, come back up, and last one. Now from here, child's pose. Forehead on the ground, Arms beside the body. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Now, pull the arms in front. Come up into baby plank. Lower your chest down and flip onto your back. So the arms extend, the legs extend, and reach out on the inhale. With the arms and legs, exhale, come into tuck. Squeeze the knees in towards the shoulders, the chin towards the knees. Inhale. Exhale, pull in tight. Make your body look like a fist. Inhale. Spread the fingers and toes, extend them as well. Exhale, pull everything in. Inhale. Exhale. Powerful movements. Inhale. Exhale. Peel the shoulders up off the mat. Try to get your shoulders to the knees. Inhale. Maybe your forehead comes to your head above the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Sorry. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Smooth movements. No jerky motions. And hold. Exhale. Same movements, but the beating's different. Inhale. Stretch out. Hold the breath and tuck. Now pull again. The shoulders up off the mat. Try to get your knees, your shoulders right against the knees. Squeeze the elbows against the knees. Hands one, maybe one from the other, so you can bring the forehead to your hands. And release. If your head doesn't touch the hands, don't worry. Do your best to raise the arms up. Pull in. Just squeeze as tight as you can. Pay attention to the space in your eyebrows. Imagine your forehead is touching your thumbs, even if they're not. And release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold the breath. The important thing is to make your mind one pointed. Bring your attention to the space between your eyebrows. Release. The seat of divine perception is located there. Inhale. Hold the breath and tuck. Eventually, you may be able to trigger divine bliss, but 100% of your attention and devotion is there. Release, exhale. Inhale, extend, stretch. Hold the breath and tuck in. Make yourself look as tight as possible, as small as possible. Release, exhale. Inhale, extend. Hold the navel, lengthen the navel. Hold the breath and bring everything in. All the muscles coming together. Release, exhale. Inhale, extend. Hold and tuck. Squeeze tight. And release. And one more. Inhale, stretch. And pull in. Tuck. And release. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, remove all fatigue. Roll back onto your belly. Dhanurasana. So if you can't take your ankles right now, you can just bring your feet up, and then your arms can just stay out in front of your hands, and then you can press your hands, your arms and your legs up off the mat, your thighs up off the mat, and come back down. So keep your knees bent, keep your feet up. If you can do your Dhanurasana, you can take hold of your ankles. Now inhale. If you like, you need to just keep your thighs on the ground, but push your feet away from your head. Exhale, back down. If you have mobility, you can pull the legs and get the thighs up off the ground and back down. So again, according to your condition, according to how your body can move at this hour of morning, and come down. Inhale. Everything's perfect if you're doing your best and offering up the poses. And down. Up. And down. And pull up. Push your feet away from the seat and down. Inhale. And down. If you're not holding your ankles, imagine that you're skydiving and come up. Inhale, press up and back down. A few more, up and down, up and down. One more, up and down. Good. Break the pose. Forehead down on the hands, breathe in, breathe out. Now hands underneath your shoulders, press up into table, bring your seat back, and then roll your way up. With the head, bring the toes under, and then come all the way up. So come to the front of the mat. Hands to the heart, Surya Namaskara. Hands to the heart. And just imagine that we're all together physically, moving together as one to stay in the collective mind of offering. Offer all poses. Make the divine gift towards all beings. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back as you see fit. Fold the body down. Bend your knees if you need to. Bring your hands flat to the ground. The right foot back. Lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. Into the plank. Ashtanga Namaskara. Knees, chest, forehead down. Again, elbows come close to the body. Swing right up into upward facing dog if you can. Hips and knees away from the ground. If it's too much, keep your hips on the ground. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift your seat, allow the head to come down, the heart to mount. The right foot steps forward to the hands. If that's difficult, you can lower the back knee. You can always use your right hand to assist the foot forward as well. Push your seat all the way forward. Then the feet come together, Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing, raise up the arms over the head, hands front to the heart. If you need to skip movements or move slower, then I invite you to, again, go according to your condition. Raise your arms up. Fold the body down, bend your knees. If you need to, land your hands on the ground, your chest on your sides. Left foot back. Into the plank. Down you go, knees, chest, forehead. And swing right into upward facing dog or cobra, hips and knees off the ground, charge legs. If you're doing upward. And then back into downward facing dog. Now the left foot steps forward to the hands. Feet come together, Uttanasana, bow down as though Napanas. Come all the way up to standing, arch back, stretch the whole front of the body. Hands back to the heart. Roll up and back again. Pull the body down. Right foot back. Into the plank. Again, Ashtanga Namaskara, right through, into upward, or facing dog or cobra. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. All the transitions smooth, right foot forward like you're doing a divine dance of love and devotion. Uttanasana, bow down as though Napanas. Come all the way up. And back to the heart. Try to connect the movement seamlessly like you're doing a divine dance of devotion. Uttanasana. Left foot back. Bury your mind deep in the heart. Watch the body move even more power, grace, and ease. Down we go, and then right through to upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then the left foot steps towards the hands, drop down to the seat. Feet together, bow down, head close to the feet. Come all the way up to standing, reach up, and come back home. So adding on a little bit to the movements, raise your arms up now, stretch. As you come down, bend your knees. Land your belly on your thighs, swing your hands behind your back, join them together and pull them up over your head. And then from here, hold the breath, the right foot back. Lower down the knee, come up into Kapayasana. If you want, you can keep your toes under. Pull the arms all the way back. Stretch from the toes all the way to the fingertips. Now come back down into the high plank. You can do the Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest, forehead down. If you're stronger, take the seat back. Try to come through without dropping your legs to the ground or your hips. Pull your elbows into the sides, body push towards your toes, right up into upward facing dog. Be mindful of your shoulders for this one, be careful. Good, look like a dog howling at the moon, stay here for a moment. Bring your nose up. Make sure you don't jam up the lower back or the back of the neck. Now press into your hands, lift the seat. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pulse here as well, bounce. Try to get your chest closer to the ground. The head below the arms. You want to curve the spine, work the shoulders. Try not to bend the arms, but get your forehead down towards the ground, maybe even on the ground. Now, the right leg comes up, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step the foot between your hands and move your body forward so your shoulders can hold the fingertips, the foot lands softly between your hands. Back knee down, again keep the toes bent under or flatten them out if you like. And pull your arms all the way back. Stretch. Keep the arms straight, the chest open. And come forward. Lean your belly to front leg, swing your hands behind the back, and join the feet together. Pull the hands up off your back, over the head, and maybe even in front of the head. Come all the way up to standing, reach up over the head, arch back, and come back home. We do this first cycle slowly so you can get this sense of the movement. Raise your arms up, reach, just up. And then come down, bend your knees, hinge at the hips, and the belly comes on your thighs. Join your hands behind your back and pull them right up. If you're flexible, your seat comes over the knee, the hips. That's right. Your seat comes over the heels, your legs become straight. If you're left, then your left leg goes back. We're into Kapiasana from here. Pull your arms back. Think of a crescent moon shape. No kinks along the way, no discontinuities. Try to form the shape with your body. Lift up the heart in every sense. And then from here, break the pose, bring the hands down, step back into high plank. Bring the knees back if you like, all the way back, keep them up, and then pull right into upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Be mindful of how the body feels at this time of morning. You might not have this complete range of motion. Just do your best. The left leg comes up and step the foot between your hands. Come forward, the shoulders to the foot. You can land the foot lightly. Again, if the foot doesn't make it all the way, just use your head to push the foot forward. Come all the way down. Reach up and back. When you continue to get into the habit of practicing, then the body will move more easily. We'll get used to it. Come forward. Lean your belly into your front legs. When your hands behind the back, join together. The feet come together. Uttanasana. Push your seat up over your feet. Try not to detach your body from the legs. If you need to keep your knees bent, then it's totally fine to do so. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up over the head. Arch back. And come back home. So do it faster now. No breaks in the movement. Raise your arms up. Stretch. Fold the body down. Bend your knees, push your seat up, the hands come over the head, immediately the right leg back. Hold your breath as you make the transition so it's smooth, Kapiasana. And then come right back into the entry of your choice into upward facing dog or cobra. Push into your hands, push your arms into side body if you're doing upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. The right leg immediately comes up and step the foot between the hands. Left knee down, sink your seat all the way forward, pull your arms all the way up. And come forward again, lean your belly to front legs, swing your hands behind the back, join them together, and the feet come together. Come all the way up. Come back home. Raise your arms up, bury your mind deep in the heart, watch the body move with even more power, grace, and ease. Chest on the thighs. Push your seat all the way up. Press the body against the legs so your legs can straighten more. And then the left foot goes back. Hold the breath again. So the transition is smooth. Pull your arms all the way up and back. Imagine your index fingers going over the back toes. And then come back down. Into the high plank. Right into upward facing dog or cobra. As for the more you practice, the more the body learns the tricks to allow yourself to come into the poses more easily. Downward facing dog, and up with your left leg, back, forward between your feet. Land it ever so softly. Sink your seat forward. Remember, the practice is an offering to the Guru within, so try to make the poses and the practice as beautiful as possible. You join hands behind the back, and the right foot meets the left. Uttanasana. Push your seat up, the head comes down. Come all the way to standing. Reach up over the head, arch back. And then return. Come back with the hands to the heart. Take pause here for a moment. From the heart, inhale the love and heart up to the crown. Hold the breath. Imagine the love going out to all beings everywhere. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine love towards all beings everywhere. And then release through the imitation of forms. Think of that as an act of reverence. We're revering all the forms because God is within all the forms. Now let's start with some balanced poses. Starting off with your left foot anchored down, like in the toes spread at the roots of a tree. Bring the right leg up, and you can either just bring it on your thigh somewhere, not against the knee, somewhere below or above. If you're having trouble bouncing, keep your toes on the ground. You can just do this. Or if you have a lotus, go ahead, knee comes to the shoulder, and then push the outer edge of the foot against the top of the left leg. Try to point the knee down. Now hand position can be at the heart and then eventually up over the head, like the branches of the tree. If you know other variations, advanced practitioners, you can go ahead, you can reach around with the right hand, and then either hold the elbow with the left hand over the foot, or reach forward, use the left hand to guide the right hand to the foot, and come up in this one. Wherever you are, again, is perfect if you're trying your best. Go to the edge of your potential. No attachment to the results, no expectation. Good, now from here, release the foot, bring the knee up higher, arms out to the side, bend your left knee, and then push the right leg against the left, and then turn to the left a little bit, point the toes, you may be able to hook the foot. If it doesn't hook easily, just stay there. And from here, left arm swings over the right, hold the elbow, push the elbows in front of the shoulders, and sink a little bit lower. Try to keep your shoulders back in line over the hips. Make like an eagle, just contemplate where to fly next. And come back up, release. And then try it on the other side. Starting off with tree, spread your toes like the roots of the tree. This is what anchors you down steadily to the ground. Again, you bring the foot to your thigh, turning the knee out, the hands to the heart, and maybe up over the head. Keep on growing towards the sunlight. The tree keeps on growing. You don't see it necessarily, but you see it through time. Keep evolving, keep growing, keep on moving. Good. Now from here, bring the knee up as high as you can. This is what helps to take the bind. So when you bring the leg up, it's higher on the leg. You turn to your right a little bit, point the toes, and your foot might find its way around. If not, again, don't worry about it. Just do your best. And then the right arm on top this time. Push your elbows away from the chest. You feel the widening across the upper back. And then break the pose, come back out. Now come to the back of the mat. Start balancing T. Join your hands behind the back, open up the palms. If it's too much, you can take your arms out to the side, a little bit easier for balance. You step forward with the left foot, bend your left knee, and then bring the right leg up. Imagine you're lying on a table. Make like a letter T shape, capital T. Now if you want to keep going, bend your left knee, your belly comes on your thigh, your head drops about the height of the knee. Try to bring the right leg up higher, point the toes, remember. Bring your hands up higher, over your shoulders, diving. Fall towards your toes a little bit. Again, you can stay balancing T or arms out to the side like an airplane. Now bring the left hand down on the ground in front of the left foot, and then turn to the right, Ardha. So you can raise your right leg up higher, bring your right arm up if you can. If this is too much, you can come onto your knee. You can do it from here. You can always find a variation that suits your level. Or if you can't, if you have a block, you can also bring a block underneath your hands. Now bring the right hand down. If your leg is high, you drop the right leg so that's about the height of the hip. Left hand on the seat and turn your chest to your left. Shoulders one top the other, and if you can, extend the left arm up. Open up to the side. Bring the left hand back down and bring the right foot back down. Chin tucks into your chest as you make your way up. And try again on the other foot. Hands behind the back or out to the side again if you like. Starting off with balancing T. Your right foot forward, lean forward. Your head on the height of the hip, and raise the left leg up. stretch from the head to the toes. Imagine you're lying on a table. Now if you want to go to the top of the tree, you can start by bringing the left leg up, open up, bend at the wrist, the palms open up, and then your belly, you bend your right knee so you can land your belly on your thigh. Your head is about the height of the knee. You can keep your arms apart. Good. Now break the pose, your right hand down, at least 14 or 16 inches in front of the left foot so that you can open up your hip more, and it's a little bit easier with balance too. So bring the left leg up, open up completely. Left toes are pointed. Hip is over the heel. Look up if you can. Fingers together. And then from here, bring the left hand down. Roll the left hip in so that the hips will hit the ground. It looks like you're lying on the table. You're flat from the head all the way to the foot. And from here, turn your chest to the right. Right shoulder in line with your left, one on top of the other, and bring the right arm up if you can. If it's too much for your shoulder, keep your hand on your seat. Bring the hand back down, the right hand. Bring the left foot back down, beside the right, and keep your chin tucked in as you roll your way up. Charging breathing. From the soles of the feet, bring our breathe all the way up through the body to the crown, bringing the best of the best. Exhale, flood your whole body with it. Feel fully immersed in that goodness. And then from here, turn forward, and we're going to continue with more postures. Stand in the middle of the mat, facing along the edge of the mat. Bring your fingers together at the height of the shoulders. In line with your elbows, jump or walk your feet apart, go to your left. Sink down through this hip, left hip. Try and get nice and low. If you're flexible, your knee comes over the toes. Your back knee is just a few inches away from the ground. Open up the chest, look over the left hand. Come into the warrior consciousness. Now bring our right arm up to meet the left, Virabhadrasana 1. If you can't, turn your right hip all the way forward. You might need to lift your back heel. Roll the right thigh inwards. Or bring your right knee down to the ground. All perfect. Just do your best again. Now from here, bring your hands down. Push your hips back. Left hand comes down behind your heel a few inches. Your elbow against the knee. Trikonasana, right arm comes up. If it's too much, if you're hunching and you can't get your right shoulder up, bring your right knee down. The hip is underneath, the knee is in line with your hip, and then bring the right arm up. You can do it from here. Now you can take a bind, whether your knee's up off the ground or on the ground, if you like. If you have the mobility, bring the left shoulder down just below the line of the knee. Left arm goes underneath the leg, right arm goes behind your back. And lock your fingers or pull on the right wrist. Try and get your right shoulder back. If you're doing it from the up position with your knee up off the ground, keep your head close to the ground. Push your right hip up. Try and keep your right leg straight. Break the pose, looking forward. If you can, just spin. Slide your right foot out. The front leg still right angle. The right arm up. Angle the toe and knee towards the right. Anchor in place with your left hand. And then bring the right arm to the outside of the leg. Your shoulder stays against the knee. If you can. The left hand push into your right. Push very hard into the right hand so that the chest comes towards the thumbs. And roll the left shoulder all the way back. Turn your chest all the way up. Too much, bring your right knee down on the ground again. Make sure your hip again and your knee are in the same line. If you have a bind, you can go ahead, push your seat back. Use your right hand if you need, left hand if you need to guide your right hand underneath. Left arm over the back, join your hands together. And then if you can, keep push your foot up or your knee up off the ground again. Make the transitions in a way that brings about more ease, more grace, more fluidity. Break the pose, turn forward, flatten up the toes of the back foot right into Kapyasana. A nice graceful transition, no breaks in the movements. Lift the chest again, imagine index fingers going over the back toe. Pull the body, bow the hips. Lift the heart up away from the seat. See if this pose I'm yours, grab me higher devotion. Now break the pose. Bring hands down on the inside of the left foot. Move the left foot out to the edge of the mat. I'll do it this way so you can see. Make sure your knee is not falling away from your body, nor this is happening. Your foot is sliding out of alignment with your knee. Keep your shin vertical, and then you can just start by staying on your hands and just pushing back and forth off the back foot. Try to get your hips to sink. Then push back to the right foot one more time. Lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. Fall, if you have your hips close to the ground, fall to your right. Land in your right form, roll back to your left. You try to get your back lower than the knee, the left knee. Imagine your hips are made of lead. If you're very flexible, you can come right down with your body or belly. If your hips are anchored down, the belly, the pelvis, the belly, and the chest will come down. You can bring your left arm to the outside of the foot. If your hips are too far from the ground, stay on your hands, but keep sinking your hips. Think of doing a cobra pose. Sink down, keep telescope your chest and head forward. The more the body lengthens, the more the body will come down. Eventually, bit by bit, you come down. It takes a little while. Just be patient. No attachment again to the outcome. Just do your best. And coming back. So from here, we're going to move back up. So lift the back knee, turn towards one side of the mat, and come up. Go to the other side now. Turn to the right. Turn your right foot forward. Virabhadrasana. Come forward a little bit. Your fingers over the maybe if you're kneeling forward, your fingers are beyond the foot. If you're coming down low. Now swing the left arm up to meet the right. Virabhadrasana. Make your modifications as you need to. Lift the chest. Expression of utmost surrender to divine service. Bring your hands down, and from here, push the left hip back. Move the right hand behind the heel a few inches. Your elbow against the knee, the inside of the knee, left arm up. Trikonasana, hands in one line. Push your left hip back. Keep the side body nice and flat and long. Again, if it's too much, you can bring your left knee down. Make sure your hip is not forward like this. Your hip should be over the knee, bend the toes under the back foot, your legs like a box. And you do it from here. Sukha Trikonasana, your shoulder against the knee. If you want to take a bind, left arm goes behind the back, right the shoulder goes down below the line of the knee, right arm goes underneath the leg, and trap your left hand from behind. Lift your left shoulder up. And if you want to try to come back up, you bend the toes under, lift the knee up. The head comes close to the ground. If you keep pushing the back of the right shoulder, eventually maybe the right leg will straighten as well. Not important. Do according to your abilities. Now release, turn forward, spin on the back foot, lift the heel, left arm up, and if you can, right into Parivritta Parsvakonasana. Dive down to the right, angle the toe and knee towards the left. Eventually, armpits sitting on the knee, outside the knee. The right hand pushes your left, and again, try to get, as you push down, your belly comes higher in the thigh, so the chest comes behind your thumbs, and roll back. If you need to, lower the left knee down first. Do it from here. Take a bind if you like. If you can, push your seat back. Use your right hand to guide the left arm underneath, and then join your hands together. Push the right shoulder all the way back. Turn face and chest up. And then you can see if you can lift your back knee up off the ground again if your knee was on the ground. keep trying. If you don't try ever, you don't make progress. In 20 years, as Dharmaji says, you'll still be in the same place as you are today. Now break the pose gracefully. Lower the back knee down, flat like the toes, arms up, and take them back behind the head. If it's too much, you can either take over your opposite elbows, rest your head in your arms, keep lifting your chest up, or you can keep your hands on the knee, lean away from the leg. Go to the expression that you can, arch the back, lift up the heart. Break the pose, bring hands down on the inside of the foot with the right foot out. Bend the toes under and scooch back and forth, pushing off the roots of your toes. And then push back through that left foot one more time. Lower the knee down. If you're low enough with your hips, fall on your left forearm and your left hip. Roll back to the right. Keep on extending the chest forward. The more you lengthen, the more the body comes closer to the ground. Imagine your hips are attracted to the ground by a large magnet. Use these visualizations to achieve the effect you're trying to achieve. Make sure, again, the knee's not falling away from the shoulder. Keep your knee, your shin vertical. Now come back onto your hands. From here, we're going to come right into plank. Bend the toes under on the back foot. Bring the right foot back to meet. Vasisthasana. Move your left hand to the right, a little bit from the nose. Make sure you're not dropping to your shoulder or your hips are not sagging down. If this is happening, left shin down. Knee underneath the hip and do it from here. Otherwise, you can do it from here. Press your hips forward. And then come back to plank. Go on the other hand now. The right hand loose to the left a little bit. Just spin on your feet. Your feet end up in the right place, one in front of the other. Coming back to plank. From here, lower the knees down, drop down to the seat. Right arm up. Push the elbow up high as you can and bend your arms so that the hand comes between your shoulder blades. Push into the back of the heart. Lift the chest, lean back a little bit. If you have mobility, you can take your left arm down, thumb down, and then up the back. Join your hands together. No forcing. Again, no putting yourself into a place of pain or suffering or anxiety. Pull the hands down. Now try an inversion here. Bring your forehead down to the ground and lift the seat. Try to get your hips in line with the knee. Move your elbow forward, your right elbow forward if you like. You can keep holding your hand if you don't have any shoulder issues. You can bend the toes under so you can lift your knees up off the ground. Again, only if you feel comfortable. You can even walk your feet closer. So then you're moving more on the top of the head now. You're pressing down into the elbow. If it's too much for your head, then you can just keep your hips as low as you need to. And try to get your heart higher than the head. Now from here, hold your breath, walk your feet back a little bit, control the movement. Press into your right elbow. Lower the knee down, knees down, and come back up. Release. You have to be mindful of your condition. Okay, so if you have any blood pressure issues or glaucoma or anything like that, then you have to be careful. You don't stay on your head. Bring your left elbow up and push it back and up with your right hands. Send the hand down the center of the back and then join your hands together. Push into the back of the heart, pull the hands down the back. Lean back, look up. Getting ready to come down now. Your belly on your thighs, your elbow on the ground, or your forehead on the ground maybe. And if you lift your seat, you'll be able to get, if your head wasn't on the ground first, maybe when you lift your seat, you'll be able to get your head down. Just move your left elbow as you need to create space. Push your seat over your knees. If this is too much, you just have both hands on the ground and then just lift your seat. Come into hare pose, just like this. Okay, so perfect again, wherever you're at. If you can find your way into a state of steadiness and calmness of mind. If you want, lift your seat. Walk your feet closer to the elbows. And then push into your elbow more so that's taking more of the weight if it's too uncomfortable for your head. Eventually land on the top of the head. And then make your way out. Hold your breath, press into your elbow, walk your feet back very slowly. A little bit, not too much. And then lower back down. Release, come into child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Roll your way up. And now from here, take your legs out in front. Scooch to the front of the mat. And then roll back a few times. You can hold behind your legs, behind your knees, maybe 3 rolls, and then at the 4th time, when your feet come up, bring your hands to the back, and then bring your feet all the way back. Try to get your feet behind your head. Walk, bring your hands behind your back for a moment. Try to get your arms closer together, your wrists together if you can, and your elbows come closer. And then from here, you can stay here, especially if your feet are not on the ground, you keep your hands on the back to support you so you don't fall back down. If you can bring your hands on your back and come up into shoulder stand. Bring one leg up and then the other. Try to have your hips in line, your toes in line with your hips, in line with your chin. Once you've arrived, leave the body alone. Bring your attention to space between the eyebrows. If you have a lotus, those of you who have the lotus, go ahead into it. Use your hands if you need to. Bring your feet. Cross your legs. And try to push your knees harder than the hips. All the attention at the center of the forebrow. Nothing to do, nowhere to go but deeper within, beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions. From here, if you have a lotus, you can keep the lotus. Bring a lotus against the body. Those of you know the full embryo pose, you can go ahead, you take the bind, wrap your arms around the outside of the legs, your hands join underneath the seat. If you don't have a lotus, go back to plow. Your feet come behind your head again. Hands on the back. If your feet don't touch down. If your feet do touch down, you can bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. And if you want to go into Karnavadasana, your thighs go against your body, your knees on either side of it. Maybe let you on your shoulders. Maybe let you on the ground from your shoulders. Go within, beyond the body, the mind, and emotions. These are not you. Now get ready to come out. Hands behind your back, palms down. Control the descent so it's not a big crash landing. As your legs come down, keep them close to the body as possible. Then eventually your seat lands on your wrists. Keep lowering your legs all the way down until about 2 inches from the ground, and then press into your elbows. Lift your head up, your back up off the ground. Plant your feet, your heels down, and move your elbows right behind your heart. Lift the chest, the top head to the ground. Fish pose. Breathe very fast in the nose like a sniffing dog. Keep going if you want. You can raise your legs 12 inches off the mat now, and then keep going, breathing very fast. Lower the legs down. Break the pose. The head comes back down. Take your arms out to come underneath. Breathe in. Exhale. Imagine you're fainting. Let go of all fatigue. Arms up over the head and come up to seated position. And from here, We're going to go into Paschimottanasana. Your knees, your chest, your belly stays with your thighs. Your armpits just beside your knees. Raise your arms up and hinge at the hips. Come forward. Land your belly on your thighs. If you have tight hamstrings, you stay here. You take hold of the outer edges of the feet, close your heels, and just keep on imagining your chest going beyond your knees. Use the weight of the body to just sink into your legs. Eventually, you might get the ability to stretch out your legs all the way forward. Then try not to detach your belly from the thighs. Imagine your chest is going beyond your knees. All the attention at the base of the spine. Imagine your attention there will attract all the blood in that area. Feel it pulsating. Imagine this. The energy is trying to make its way up the spine. It will only release when you're in complete adherence to the ethical rules. Keep remembering the foundation of the practice. Yama and niyama. Without compassion, without ethical rules, there's no path to enlightenment, no path to divine bliss and divine union with God. Now, slowly come back up, hands behind the back. Purvottanasana. Slide your feet in a little bit, fingers facing back, throw the hips up, roll the thighs towards one another, and plant your toes down. If your toes are up, you'll sink a little bit, and this will feel heavy very fast. So we push your thighs inwards to one another. Plant your toes down. If it's too much, you can't do that. Heels underneath the knees. Bring the chest higher, higher than the shoulders. Allow the head to go back. Breathe very fast. Lower the seat down. And from here, hug your legs to the body. Breathe in. Hold the breath for a moment. All the attention of the space in the eyebrows. Imagine all the benefits that you drew in here are going to all beings everywhere. Exhale slowly. No big explosion out of the body. Just a nice slow exhale. Move your feet a little bit forward. Left arm up. Right hand behind the back. Right down the center of the back. And then push your left arm against the outside of the thigh. The right arm pushes into your lower back. Lift the chest and turn. Imagine trying to pull the knees beyond the left edge of the body. Keep your back straight. So don't lean back. This is not doing anything. So keep upright. Lift the chest and turn around your arm. Rotate your body around there. Not just the eyes, turn the whole torso spins from the hips all the way up. Go to the other side now. Left hand behind the back, right arm up. Go to the left. Push your lower back up and in. Chest open. Release, lie on the back. And have a few moments. Once you're down on the back, take a deep breath in. Exhale, imagine you went unconscious. Let go of all effort, all tension instantly. Surrender physically by letting go of all the effort, letting go of all the tension. Imagine the best is happening now. All the benefits streaming in like great beams of energy and light penetrating the skin. Infuse yourself with all that energy, all that goodness. And be grateful for it, for it's coming from all beings doing the exact same thing as you. All the more reason to have unconditional and boundless love towards all beings. Think of all beings as divine manifestations. And when you see God in all the forms, it becomes unthinkable, unimaginable to want to do harm to them. practice, we cultivate compassion by putting ourselves, seeing ourselves in the forms, merging with the form, merging in particular with the divine within the form. And it's important to continue along this vein when you go back to your day-to-day life and all your interactions. Continue to see God in all the forms, no matter how they challenge you or if they push your buttons. Just keep on trying to cultivate and hold a place for them in your heart with love. Keep radiating your love to them, and eventually it will come around as they gain more knowledge too. They will, their compassion will increase as well. So now let's prepare to take that out into our day-to-day lives. Make your way back to seated position. Always moving with mindfulness, with quietness, with reverence. Close the practice with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within, send it to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see you soon.